Have you ever wondered how much the end of love costs in Hollywood? We're not just talking about broken hearts, but entire fortunes at stake. In this video, we'll explore the most expensive divorces among celebrities and reveal how these breakups affected not only their personal lives, but also their bank accounts. Want to learn how these cases can teach you to protect your finances and avoid surprises? Stick around until the end. And before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything about the world of the stars. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. The end of a power couple. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West were, for years, the most powerful couple in pop culture. But not even their empire could survive the tensions of marriage. When the divorce was announced in 2021, it became clear that the separation would involve a monumental division of assets, including luxurious mansions and the Yeezy brand, valued at billions. The separation, which was relatively amicable, resulted in financial agreements that are still speculated upon, but certainly involved a significant restructuring of the couple's finances. Beyond the financial impact, the end of Kimmy also reflected the unique pressures that celebrities face in keeping their private lives out of the spotlight, something that ultimately proved unsustainable. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Divorce, scandals, and consequences. The divorce of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard was not only one of the most expensive, but also one of the most controversial in Hollywood. After a tumultuous marriage, filled with accusations of abuse, the divorce was finalized with Amber receiving a $7 million settlement, which she promised to donate to charity. However, the legal battles between them didn't end there. Mutual accusations turned into prolonged court battles, costing millions in legal fees and ruining both their reputations and careers. This case is a clear example of how a divorce can have devastating consequences that go beyond money, deeply affecting the personal and professional lives of those involved. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. The divorce that shook Hollywood. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' divorce in 2012 shocked Hollywood, especially because of how quickly the settlement was reached. After 5 years of marriage, Katie surprised the world by filing for divorce, which was finalized in less than 2 weeks. Although the exact financial details were never disclosed, it's speculated that Katie received a substantial amount to secure the well-being of their daughter, Suri. The separation of Tom and Katie also drew attention due to the involvement of Scientology, which many believe influenced the course of the marriage and the divorce. This case shows how fame and religion can further complicate a separation process. Gisele Bündchen and Tom Brady. Wealth at stake. Gisele Bündchen and Tom Brady's marriage was considered one of the most solid and admired in the world of celebrities, but not everything was smooth sailing. When rumors of divorce surfaced, the world watched closely to see how one of the richest couples in entertainment and sports would handle the division of their assets. Although the couple managed to overcome their crises and remain together, the fact that both are extremely successful in their individual careers raises the question of how the wealth accumulated by both would be divided in the event of a separation. This scenario reminds us that, even for famous couples, maintaining a solid relationship requires a lot of work, especially when large fortunes are at stake. Madonna and Guy Ritchie. The $1 million split. Madonna and Guy Ritchie had one of the most talked about and expensive divorces in Hollywood. After 8 years of marriage, the couple's separation in 2008 resulted in a settlement estimated between $76 and $92 million for Guy Ritchie, including the couple's country estate in England. Madonna, who has always been a public figure with a strong personality, faced the separation with the determination to move forward, continuing to expand her empire in music and business. This divorce highlights how even powerful figures can face significant financial losses when love comes to an end. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver. A weighty divorce. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver's divorce in 2011 marked the end of one of Hollywood's most iconic unions. After 25 years of marriage and 4 children, the separation was triggered by the discovery that Arnold had fathered a child outside of marriage with a household employee. The division of assets was complicated, with a net worth estimated at $400 million, resulting in one of the most expensive divorces of the time. For Maria Shriver, the divorce was a turning point in her life, leading her to focus on her philanthropic causes and journalism career. This case shows that even when money isn't an issue, the emotional and personal impacts can be devastating. Reese Witherspoon and Jim Toth. A quiet but costly separation. Reese Witherspoon and Jim Toth announced their divorce in 2023 after 12 years of marriage. Although the couple kept the separation out of the spotlight, the financial impact was significant. Reese, one of Hollywood's highest-paid actresses and a successful producer, has a considerable fortune that had to be divided. Jim Toth, a talent agent, is also an influential figure in the industry, which further complicated the division of assets. Even without public scandals, the separation was costly and shows that, even when things seem amicable, financial impacts are inevitable. Demi Moore and Bruce Willis. The divorce that wasn't cheap. Demi Moore and Bruce Willis were Hollywood's golden couple in the 90s, but even they couldn't escape an expensive divorce. After 13 years of marriage and 3 daughters, the couple's separation resulted in a settlement of around $90 million for Demi Moore. Despite the separation, Bruce and Demi managed to maintain a friendly relationship, continuing to co-parent their daughters together. This divorce is an example of how a separation can be financially burdensome but not necessarily destructive, showing that it's possible to keep a family united even after the end of a marriage. Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony. The end of a million-dollar romance. Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony were considered the royalty of Latin music, but after 7 years of marriage, they decided to separate in 2011. The divorce, which involved not only the division of assets but also the custody of their twin children, was complex and costly. J.Lo, who has a considerable fortune, retained most of her assets, while Marc Anthony, also a successful artist, had to restructure his financial life after the separation. Despite the financial impact, both moved on with successful careers, showing that even after an expensive breakup, it's possible to continue thriving. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. The separation of Hollywood's golden couple. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were for a long time Hollywood's most glamorous couple, but their 11-year marriage came to an end in 2001. The separation was quick and surprising, with Tom Cruise unexpectedly filing for divorce. The financial settlement was kept secret, but it's speculated that Nicole received a significant amount, considering Tom's wealth at the time. The separation not only affected their finances but also had an emotional impact on Nicole, who has publicly spoken about the pain of the divorce. This case highlights how even among the most admired celebrities, love can turn into a painful and costly process. These million-dollar Hollywood divorces show us that even in the world of glamour and fame, the end of a relationship can be devastating, both emotionally and financially. But what about you? How are you taking care of your finances and relationships? Learn from these stories and protect what matters most to you. And if you found this video helpful, share it with your friends so more people can understand the true cost of love in Hollywood.